to Keeping Up with Kiana, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little different because today I have a special guest.
Which I'm not a special guest because I'm in every audio vlogs.
We have Eli Kirkland here, my husband. And today we are going to be doing a really kind of just like a cook with us and answer some questions. Really today it's like Friday night, and for us on Fridays we like to do like a activity. So tonight our activity is going to be cooking, and then we're going to have a movie night. Tonight we are going to be watching, do you know
the Flamin' Hot movie?
Basically the movie about how they made hot Cheetos, which let's get our hot Cheetos so we can show them. We have our hot Cheeto snacks to go with our movie later. So you know, just a nice little fun movie night in the house. So we are going to cook, which honestly y'all, I'm not gonna lie, tonight's meal is not that special, but I still wanted to like just kind of cook and prepare something slight for y'all before we kind of get into it. So tonight we are going to be making salmon, rice, and Brussels sprouts. This video is for one, to help me think of like dinner ideas, and also too, I just thought it would be kind of like fun to switch up my content a bit. So including food, as y'all know, if y'all don't know, I love food.
We know.
Right? I'm starting to learn how to love to cook, so that's also another reason why I kind of wanted to start like this series of like let's cook together, or I don't know, we'll figure out a name for it as we go. But yeah, fun fact, I actually kind of learned how to cook from Eli and my mom, but mostly Eli, because growing up my mom like didn't want us in the kitchen, so I didn't really learn how to cook that way.
She's a great cook. Yeah,
my mom is a great cook, one of my favorites, and I'm not just saying that just because she's my mom. He would also say the same thing.
What? What? No, you're a great cook.
He would also say the same thing. Exactly. Shout out to my mom and her good cooking skills. But like I was always in the kitchen. Like if I did nothing else, I was gonna be in the kitchen to like taste test the food and like just to watch how everything was done. But when I say like I learned how to cook, it's like I learned how to cook when I actually started to like try things for myself. So I really didn't learn how to cook into like my later years of life, and by later I mean like, what would you say, like college?
You were making spaghetti and fried fish in high school, or at the end?
I would say, yeah, okay, probably like senior year of high school really is kind of when I took my first step into the kitchen and like really, you know, tried to like throw something together. But our first meal that we made, what was our first meal that you told me?
Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and some green beans.
Yeah. But yeah, luckily I got pretty lucky as far as like, I'm not even saying Eli does most of the cooking, because now it's kind of like half and half, would you say? Or
I would say you do most of the cooking now. Not because, I don't know what changed. But in Atlanta, I basically cooked every day. Now here, when we do eat in, you need to do better.
Another conversation for another day.
When we do eat in, you're usually cooking.
Yeah.
Especially with these Trader Joe's things.
Exactly, yeah. And I was gonna say, I found now that my specialty, what I like actually enjoy cooking, is breakfast and lunch, really. Like, I don't know why. I guess probably because they're like simpler, but I personally enjoy making like breakfast and lunch. Like, I think that's my thing when it comes to cooking, is that like, I enjoy the process of it, but also it's just kind of a lot. And I like kind of get easily overwhelmed, and like, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm burning this, or like just a lot goes through my head when I'm cooking. So.
See, I enjoy that part though.
Yeah.
I enjoy the, all right, I gotta make sure that this is done while this is going, while this is going, while this is, like, I enjoy, especially like on the holidays when you're cooking multiple things, and because at the end it's literally almost like a painting or like a song, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, this is the finished product. And for me, I always like to watch people eat. Like when I'm done cooking out, I might come back here and sit down and just be like, all right.
I'm about to say, you never want to eat right away after when you're done cooking.
Oh, I never want to eat.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do like the little tango when it comes to cooking and stuff. But anyway, wanted to kind of like set the tone for this new like series or whatever we make it to become, I don't know. But anyway, so we have some questions here that we put into a jar. So we're going to kind of like cook and like talk along the way and just kind of see where this goes. So we are going to start off, and also y'all ignore like all this food over here on the counter. We're doing a like gathering tomorrow and we'll be cooking, so that's what all that is for. So anyway, we are going to start off on,
speaking of the gathering tomorrow, if you haven't already followed James Chit, Sessions
Yes,
on
yes.
IG.
Follow Jam Shed Sessions LA on Instagram.
Probably by the time that this video comes out, then we would have it up and running. So.
Yeah, it would already have passed. But definitely follow us on Instagram.
And if you haven't already, follow Black Girl. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're good. Yeah, right. Follow Jam Shed Sessions LA and Black Girl LA. If you are in the LA area and either a singer or a musician alike or a black girl in LA looking to connect with other black women in Los Angeles. Okay, anyway, so Eli has gracefully prepped our salmon here. I'm gonna say maybe like 3 seasonings that you always kind of want to include in your food. 1, onion seasoning.
Onion powder.
I mean, yeah. Oh Lord, here I go.
Because there's also onion. There's also onion salt.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
See, y'all, this is too much. Okay, onion powder, garlic powder, and then the third, hang on, don't say it. Let me think. Because it's kind of hard. I would say really, depending on what you're making, I would say like a lemon pepper or something with like a blend. So we have this here, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second. This Nature's Blend, which is really good. It has like a mix of a little bit of everything. So I would say something kind of like that. And then if you don't have something like this, maybe you could like a little lemon pepper. Always sets the tone.
Love lemon pepper.
Okay, so while Eli is prepping and like seasoning our salmon, so we're going to stuff it with the spinach dip here, which is actually really good. Like I typically don't like, or we typically don't like store-bought or like store-made items, but this spinach dip here is pretty good. Like even in the salmon, and then also just kind of like on the side with like some chips and stuff, it's really good. And then also for our Brussels sprouts, we pretty much got it pre-made. We're cheating tonight, obviously, y'all, as far as like
we do another one where we cook, but
exactly.
let's call this what you can cook in 20 minutes.
Exactly, this one is a trial run. So everything is pretty much already cut up or like pre-made. So anyway, we got these Brussels sprouts here, which are really bomb. They're Brussels sprouts and they come with bacon. We get them from Albertsons. A good nice to have in the house. So we're gonna cook these tonight, and then y'all don't judge me, but again, a nice quick meal, literally under 30 minutes, but
I don't like
he likes like he don't like it, but he be eating it. But the Ben's original ready rice, which is pretty good. We got the butter garlic flavor, where you literally just open it and kind of zap it in the microwave for a little bit. I know it's really bad, guys. Typically we do make our own rice, but for the sake of time and just today, we're gonna do a quick bag of rice. Okay, so while he is getting our air fryer set up, because we honestly are probably gonna cook most of this in the air fryer. Which should we do because we need to do this in the air fryer as well.
So then let's cook that let's cook the salmon in the oven.
Okay, cool. That's what I was thinking as well. We really use our air fryer for everything, but because we have multiple things that need to go on the air fryer, we're going to make our salmon in the oven and then put our Brussels sprouts in the air fryer, because really that's the most important for air fryer.
You oil these and season them and put them in the air fryer. They have the perfect texture, like perfect crunch.
Exactly.
The perfect, what do you call it, crust?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like my vegetables to have a nice little crunch, so that's why we like to put our vegetables in the air fryer.
You want to put butter on this?
Yeah, we can do a little bit. Sure. Okay, so now that we kind of have our salmon in a good place, we have it seasoned with the spinach dip on the inside. We're still waiting for the oven to finish heating up. I'm going to pull our first question. Let's see. I use sticky notes, so they're a little sticky. Okay. So first question is, what is our favorite memory from the wedding process?
For me, you want to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Why?
Yes, you can go first.
My favorite for me, it was the wedding week. Like the wedding, well, not the wedding week, the wedding weekend. Like when the wedding part came up, and then the trip that we took to Atlanta to like to kind of like put our final touches on everything, do the final tour, because that's what really made it real. Like, okay, we're about to get married. Let me come back a little bit. We're about to get married. But the week of just felt really good, because to see everybody coming to town from all over come in, like for you, then for them to like to see different people from different parts of your life interact. Like you got people that you went to college with, interacting with your high school friends, interacting with your family from Chicago, that's interacting with your family from Hondo, Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just was like, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
This is nice.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's funny because I was gonna say that was my favorite part as well. Like seeing everyone kind of like interact. Like I seen a tweet or like something on social media the other day talking about like mixing like friends together for a birthday party, and they were talking about how it's kind of like a Disney crossover back in the day where like you're putting all your characters, like all your favorite characters together. So was probably one of my favorite parts at the wedding, like you said, kind of just seeing everyone like intermingle. And then even now, like looking on social media and like seeing people like liking each other's thing, and I'm like, wait, when did y'all like exchange this information? But I'm glad that they did.
Oh yeah, the wedding.
Exactly. Another favorite part from, which is hard because I'm like, really that whole weekend. Oh, this is hard. Another favorite part, I'm trying to be different than, I guess, you know, what you said. I don't know, I would say also too, kind of just seeing everyone on the dance floor. Like literally, it was our aunts were on the dance floor, our great aunts were on the dance floor, grandparents were on the dance floor, moms, siblings, friends. Like it literally was just such a big party, and I would say that was probably one of my favorite parts.
So basically, because the question was the favorite part of the wedding process. Our favorite part of the process was the actual wedding.
Exactly.
Got it.
That was about right. I'm like, everything else, you know, leading up was kind of either stressful or just not the funnest experience.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, the wedding was definitely the best part for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to start getting our Brussels sprouts together. I'm probably going to pull another question because I'm like, Eli can kind of do that. I'm like, this is typically how it goes when we do cook together. Eli does most of the cooking, and then I just kind of act as like a sous chef.
Right.
Okay, our next question. I need to not use sticky notes next time. Okay, what's something many people don't know about your spouse? That's a good one.
Kiana, so you all probably don't think this because you watch her on YouTube, but in real life, Kiana comes across as an introvert when she's the furthest thing from an introvert. Like, Kiana just takes a while to get comfortable around people, but once she gets comfortable around people, or once you get a drink, Kiana literally talks as much as any extrovert that you'll ever meet. Yeah. She's gonna be the life of the party. She's gonna be on the dance floor dancing. She's gonna be dapping up people. I'll be like, girl, you don't even know. You don't even know them.
That is so funny. Yeah, like we both have pretty big personalities, but because I don't want to say Eli's personality is bigger, because actually I would say, and that's what I was gonna say. Actually, something that people don't know about you, because you do kind of present yourself as like, I have all this energy with such a big personality, but I'm like, Eli is really an introvert. Like we really kind of switch in that way, which I think
when we get home.
Yeah, Eli is a homebody for
I
sure.
really am.
Like he loves to be home. I love to be out and just, you know, on the move, running out in the city. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm an ambivert. So, which basically means I prefer to be in the house. I prefer to be watching TV or be with just me and Kiana. However, if I do go out, you would think I'm an extrovert because I will be the extrovert. I mean, is it extrovert? Yeah. I will be the extrovert. I will be the life of the party. I will dance on the floor by myself. So I don't give off introvert qualities. Yeah. But depending on the day. Depending on the day. Because some days I will go in there and not say a word. Exactly. I'm like, some days we literally switch on and off. Like some days I'm the one that has the big personality and Eli is kind of more chill back or laid back or vice versa.
What has been the best part of marriage so far, and what has been the most challenging?
Okay, so we've been married now. How many months exactly do we know? November?
7 months.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So I would say the best part has been, I don't know, I guess just like I don't want to say title, because like I don't think a title really changes anything, but like the title of being married. Like I feel like it's become more more of a commitment, you know, like more
I would have to agree with you on
like
that.
more, I don't know how to explain it, but like I just feel like it's like more real basically. And like I feel like it's like, okay, like now we're in this forever. Like we like, I just feel like my love kind of like went up another level, you know, like okay, like this is my husband, so
And that's been the best part for me too. It's like, all right, this is my wife.
Yeah.
Like that's a good excuse for anything. It's like, that's my wife. Like, all right,
Yeah.
my wife.
right. My man.
I say it all the time. When I refer to Kiana, I don't be like, yeah, Kiana. I was like, yeah, my wife said, yeah. But maybe that'll leave after a year or so.
Right.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
because to me that's the biggest change. Because not really much other than that really changed. Because we were kind of doing this life together for like 4 years, 3-4 years.
Exactly.
Before we even got married. But
exactly, yeah. But I would also say too, like another part that I've enjoyed is like thinking about the future, like planning ahead as far as like us being married now and like, okay, like we have all of these things to plan for and like we can plan it together. So I think that's been fun too.
I really wasn't thinking that, but actually now that you said that, I'm gonna have to steal it. But like planning the future, like talking about like kids and talking about future vacations and talking about even retirement, you know, like what we're gonna do once we're done working and how we're gonna make money for ourselves and stuff like that. It's fun to, when you've thought about that stuff by yourself for so long, it's fun to have somebody to think about it with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would agree. So what was the second part of it? What has been the most challenging part? Okay, I gotta go in. I would say the most challenging part has been kind of like, yes, acknowledging that we're married, but also like not putting the pressure of a
Wow, did you steal mine? Like, oh my God. See, the thing is, no, it's because we've had these conversations apart and you knew I was gonna say that.
No, I mean, we've had these conversations off camera, obviously, so it's just bringing the conversation to camera, you know, but.
She knew I was gonna say it, but go ahead. I'm gonna say the same thing.
Okay, that's fine. But basically, just not allowing the pressure of the title of being a wife or being a husband to like have an effect on our relationship. Like I like how we do things. Like even let's say like something as simple as cooking. Traditionally, you know, as a wife, the wife does all the cooking. But it's like my husband can cook too, so like he can help as well.
Yeah.
So that could be in a sense as well. I'll let you kind of
that's the exact same thing for me. Which I promise y'all it's the same thing for me. I'm just not taking both her answers.
Right.
But for me, it's just like not allowing the way that I was raised to believe marriage was supposed to be. You know, have that pressure, and then also gender roles, like what you were saying, and also just remembering that marriage for everybody is different. So we make the rules for our situation, and that's been kind of like the fun. It's been a challenge, but it's also been fun because it was such a challenge. Like, dang, I'm a husband now. I gotta do this. I gotta do this, and I'm like, now, you know, even with the small 7 months, I'm starting to kind of feel some of that pressure leave, and it's like, okay,
exactly.
You love me for a reason. You got married to me for a reason. We kind of was doing this even before. Even though I wouldn't even go as far as to say there has been a difference. I don't know if it is the pressures of the title. But there has been a difference for me from being married to living together for 3 years prior. So, yeah, there's definitely been a difference. And that's definitely has been a challenge and continues to be a challenge to just try to continue to just have fun and live without allowing those pressures to come upon us.
Right, exactly. Okay, let's see. Ooh, they're looking good. Oh, wait, bring the camera. Okay, we're getting to a good space, guys.
Just a little longer. What is the craziest thing you've ever done together?
It's like the craziest thing we've ever done or experienced, because
we have had some we've had some crazy times. Or do you mean craziest thing as far as getting in cars with strangers? We literally had just first started like dating or really talking.
Exactly.
And one of my friends, we were dropping him off. It was the three of us at the time. We were dropping him off, and I was like, let's go for a walk. So we parked our car in front of his apartment and we went for a walk in his little apartment complex, which was pretty big. And we got lost.
Yeah.
And I guess
couldn't find our car.
And yeah, we basically saw somebody and we said, and granted, we are from Lansing, and at the time, Lansing just recently started having a whole bunch of crime and stuff, but at the time, people wasn't crazy, so it was like, hey, can you take us to the front of this apartment complex? It was a random lady.
It was two ladies.
A random white tea lady, and she led us inside of the car, and once we got in the car, we found that she had I was in the back. I think I was in the back seat.
I think you were in the front seat. And I think I was in the back, because
really?
I was in the back with the sister.
Well, then Kiana was in the back, and once we got in the car, it was a lady. She had on this breathing machine, and I mean, just like
it was, yeah.
Like you can hear every breath. And then the lady whose car we got into kind of looked weird. I don't know if you all ever seen Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2, he like goes in this park, goes in Central Park, and he just sees a whole bunch of scary looking people. Those people would have been great to be casted in that scene because they were some weird looking people.
Yeah.
Anyway, it smelled like cigarettes all in the car.
She had stuff literally everywhere. Like I'm in the car in the back seat, like, oh Lord, please don't let me touch nothing.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But we ended up getting in her car with a complete stranger. She ended up taking us back to our car. And that was within the first week that we started talking. But we've been through a lot of different crazy experiences. I mean, from get set up.
Like in an elevator.
Yep.
Coming to visit Eli, and we have stayed in a hotel, literally getting ready to check out, go to the airport and everything, and got stuck in the elevator. And we got stuck, and I almost thought like I wasn't gonna be able to.
You're about to miss your flight.
Exactly.
You're about to miss your flight because I'm like.
Yes, we were on the elevator for probably, I want to say, like at least a good like 20 to 30.
Do we have a video from that? Maybe.
I think we do.
Maybe she can insert a video from that time, but that was probably back in 2000, like I don't know, 16 or something.
Yes. It's literally our last day, last hours, and we are stuck in the elevator. Stop moving. This is ridiculous, y'all. It is literally always something.
With this girl. It don't happen.
With this nigga. It don't happen to me either. Stuff like this don't happen to me on a regular basis. Only when I'm with Eli, do crazy stuff like this happen. But yeah, y'all keep us in your prayers. Hopefully y'all miss my flight. Bye.
You just said it.
Bye, y'all. Ignore us. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so trying to catch a flight, but we here stuck in the elevator.
Yeah, something when you talking to
Bye, y'all. And it was like
2015. It was 2015. I remember November 2015.
Yeah.
But we've been through even crazier stuff than that.
Right.
But the list goes on, and I think that's what like made us close because of the amount of. It seemed like every time we got together, it was some type of adventure.
Literally.
You wanna check that, Salmon?
Yeah. Ooh, that looks so good. Let's see.
But it was always an adventure. Something crazy always happened. And even now, the craziest experiences I have in life are with Kiana.
Yeah. In Atlanta, Eli will literally be at a gas station. And people would literally come up to Eli at a gas station and just have conversation. He has taken people home from situations like this.
I know, guys. I understand how unsafe it is, but I have a good discernment. I have great discernment. So I know who to have in my car and who not to. But yes, I do like for people to feel like they've known me almost immediately, because to me that. And then in that, because people are like, oh, you're a serial killer's best, or what is it? A serial killer's best dream, or whatever it is. But for me, when I'm having these conversations with people, so like for you observe, and we were having this conversation the other day at the church. For you observe by just looking and watching people's actions. Yeah. I observe by asking questions, by engaging. I can almost kind of see almost immediately what kind of person you are. Like I'm very good at reading people. So we basically do the same thing, but in different ways.
Styles,
let's actually check that now.
But yeah, in like different styles.
Yeah, bring it
I think that looks good. Bring the camera.
Yeah.
So you can catch the view.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, good. We're doing good.
Brussels sprouts are done, and now all we gotta do is microwave some rice. I'll show y'all the Brussels sprouts. Very nice. That's basically what they look like.
I'm going to pop open this rice, literally just put it in the microwave for 90 seconds, and then Eli's gonna ask our next question.
And then I'm not eating that rice like how it is. I'm gonna season this. All right, pick a song that reminds me of you and tell me the memory behind it. All right, so for me, I don't know this song. I don't know, but it's a Megan Thee Stallion song. And really, honestly, any ratchet type of Megan Thee Stallion type of song that comes on, it makes me think of her. But there was one particular time where, I don't know, you know, like you're with somebody every day and then every once in a while you'll have those moments where you'll just be staring at them and you're like, wow, that's my person. Well, one time there was a Megan Thee Stallion song playing where Kiana just was just. So now if I hear this song in a store, if I hear this song everywhere, and I'm gonna find a song.
So funny. we need to figure it out. I'm like, really, honestly, anything Megan Thee Stallion, but I want to know exactly what song. Megan Thee Stallion.
It ain't WAP.
No.
Great.
Playing from iPhone 246.
Honestly,
How does something like this play now? That won't be it.
really, if anything, it's going to be off of this album, this show, I would
I really think it might be it's called Hot Girl. I don't know. I don't know what the song is. I would have to hear like the chorus of it. I do like Megan Thee Stallion, but I don't be listening to her like that. But I do think she's a good artist.
That's a song that would remind you of me.
Yeah, I don't think that was the one.
Artist.
I don't think that was the one.
Okay.
But it's definitely Meg Thee Stallion as far as an artist. There's a lot of songs that remind me of Us, like One in a Million by Larry Graham. That's kind of like we was jamming to that when we first met. Any Anita Baker, who's one of my favorite artists. And NDRE reminds me of Kiana specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Anything Beyonce reminds me of Kiana. Honestly, like a big part of our relationship is music, so there's a lot of different type of songs.
Exactly, I'm like, it's hard to pinpoint just one.
And it'd be the most random songs. It'd be like, oh, I miss my baby.
For me, a song that reminds me of you or an artist. Oh, okay, this would be a good one that we like haven't talked about. Lil Wayne.
Hey, I already know what you're about to say.
I had to figure out the name.
You don't know Uproar?
There we go. Okay, Uproar by Lil Wayne reminds me of Eli, just because every time he hears that song, which is not often, but when he does hear it, he gets so hyped. And to the point of, we almost were going to walk out to that for our like entrance, but it kind of just didn't go that well. But
why do people don't, like when I said that, cause I was in a wedding, my cousin Andre wedding, and I was like, I want to come out to Uproar. Everybody in that group chat, who put Uproar? I did. Eli Kirkland. I put Uproar.
But that's definitely a song that reminds me of like just you and your personality, just because you just get so lit basically every time it comes on. So
that song.
That's a good one.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Exactly right. I'm like, we can literally go on and on. Like we have so many songs. All right, so last question while Eli is seasoning the rice, which this one is like stuck at the bottom. Ooh, okay, so what show or movie best describes your spouse and why? I got a good one for me. It's part like you answering for me.
As far as what describes you?
Yeah,
no, let me think. What would be a good one? Oh man. Who does Kiana remind me of as a character?
Or just a show that like feels like your vibe. You know what I mean? Like,
but the Real Housewives feels like your vibe, but they don't have, like, you would never act like them women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you love it. You love the Housewives.
You know, that's not what I would say for me.
Let me think. Yeah, don't tell me what you would say until I do.
And I need to be thinking about you.
All right. You might want to pause the camera.
Yeah.
While I think real quick. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about this immediately. Like, I got it. All right.
What is it?
And it's exactly, yeah, for you. And it's exactly what you think. Well, I know my wife. It's insecure, which is it's not insecure. It wasn't insecure. Insecure, yeah, like as far as like awkward moments and like Definitely insecure. That just reminds me of your vibes.
Yeah.
That reminds me of your personality.
Okay.
That reminds me of who you are as a person.
That's
Absolutely.
a good one. That's a good one.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, for me, as far as a movie though, but that's a good show. I was going to say Dreamgirls, but I don't know if that.
That's definitely
really kind of just like a favorite.
That's definitely one. That's definitely one.
Okay.
Now you better not say nothing stupid like
I
The Color
know.
Purple remind me of you.
How did you know? No.
No, give me a good one.
I know. Okay, let me think.
But Insecure is a good
And
one.
it's hard though because you don't really watch TV, but I'm going to put something.
I do watch
That,
TV.
like,
I watch TV when you
You
watch
do,
TV.
but like you don't watch nothing like what I'm saying manifest. You know, like
Yeah.
crime TV.
That is a strategy type of show. If you haven't already, Manifest on Netflix is a great show. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of
Because
shows.
we don't like to watch the same stuff.
Yeah, but I'll watch the
I mean,
Housewives
yeah,
and
you'll
stuff
watch
with
the
you.
stuff with me, but I'm saying as far as what we're into.
Yeah, definitely not. We're not on the same page with that at all. She don't even like crime TV at all. She's like, I don't see the joy.
I don't.
Tell them what you said yesterday about crime
I
TV.
just don't like. For me, as far as it relates to crime TV, like I don't need to know anything beyond the fact that like, okay, this person died. Like to me, like that's enough. Like,
She said it's weird. She's like, it's so weird that you guys just sit up there and look at a tragedy.
It's like, okay, ooh, they died. Why? How? Who killed them? Like, why do you need to know
So
that?
when somebody dies and you see it on Facebook, the first thing you want to know, hey, how did they die? Like you want to know,
Yes.
and it's literally like a movie. Like a movie, there's you come up, you know, with the beginning of the story, the problem happens, and you try to figure out throughout the entire time who did it.
Yeah.
I love crime TV.
Yeah.
She can't get with it.
I know, I really cannot.
I literally can't watch it with her.
It scares me, yeah. Okay, but let's see, a show or movie that reminds me of you. I feel like you're gonna disagree because you're gonna be like, I don't really watch that show that much, but still. But I would say something like A Good Times or like something that's like a throwback, hearty,
Yeah.
good classic black.
I actually would agree. Yeah, Soul Food would be a great movie.
Soul Food.
Soul Food would be a great movie.
Yes, I think that's great.
So
And
first I would see, go ahead, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna explain why Soul Food. One, because like you're like very family oriented, and then I don't really remember like the details of the plot.
I'm literally
but I
that
feel like,
little boy as a
yeah,
kid.
that's what I was gonna say. I feel like you're the little boy. But yeah, I think Soul Food would be really good for you.
Yeah, Good Times. I would actually agree with you on that simply because I like old blacks. I like black stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I was thinking.
I like a good soul food.
Exactly.
I like when the actual food soul
Right.
food. I love a good old show. I love a black aesthetic.
Yeah.
I love a barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just black to the bone.
Exactly. I would say black culture right here.
To the bone.
But yeah, so okay, that is all the questions. We're gonna prepare our plates and then I guess show y'all the final product. All right guys, so dinner is done. I'll put in like a nice like little video of how it actually came out.
That one got more bacon than it got Brussels sprouts.
But we can put more Brussels sprouts on the page.
But,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But anyway, yeah, dinner is done. So of course we are going to enjoy, relax, and hang out for the rest of our night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want to see more cooking videos like this. If you guys have any topic suggestions or just want to see more of this, definitely comment down below and let me know. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
She just talking,